And welcome back. This is episode 163 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where I've been playing the tutorials for Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 for the last 4 goddamn hours.
Yeah, dude, just keep at it. I'm sure they'll let you play the game eventually.
Okay, fine. I just finished the 1 hour tutorial of how to eat a sandwich. Okay, so now... What is this? An emo tutorial?
Dude, is that seriously Mickey Mouse teaching you how to comb your hair over your eyes? That's not... Oh, look, he's teaching you how to cut yourself now. What the hell, dude? That doesn't look like very fun at all.
It is not fun. All right, fine. Okay, I finished that. All right. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Oh, hell no. I am not doing a Fall Out Boy rhythm game. I do not care if you get to see the Little Mermaid naked. I see that all the time on the internet.
Yeah! Wait, what?
Never mind. I'm Tobin Kozaire.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. This week we're talking about Borderlands, Kingdom Hearts 358 divided by 2, Forza Motorsport 3, and Guitar Hero Van Halen.
And new releases include Ratchet and Clank Future, A Crack in Time.
That's right. Dude, hey, focus, come on!
Oh, sorry. And also DJ Hero, Torchlight, and Fairytale Fights.
Yes.
Let's get started with Borderlands.
Borderlands!
Watch out, it's a Scrag.
Oh, Scragzilla in my face. Or Mothrak.
Mothrak. So Borderlands.
So yeah, we've been playing quite a bit of this game over the past like a week and a half, I'd say, right?
This had an interesting pedigree in that I had never heard of it, and you started kind of telling me about it. You're like, it sounds really good, and I looked at the cover of it, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever, maybe it's some post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of... I actually kind of thought it'd be... what was like that one on the Wii that was like super bloody? Where you
Mad
like,
World?
Yeah, Mad World. Like just from the cover.
Yeah, because it is like ultra-violent, right?
But what's it really like?
Well, so like, I mean, at the same time, like you were talking about how it's like going crazy. Like, remember all the people at PAX?
Yes.
Everybody was saying, like, okay, I don't know if it's any good. Like, it kind of demoed really bad. Apparently, it demoed really poorly.
That's what people were saying. People were saying at PAX they weren't that impressed with it.
Yeah, so we finally got into it, and we got the game, and it is much, much different from what I was expecting.
It's nothing like what I expected. For me, like, it just feels like somebody took really cool elements from Fallout 3, from Diablo 2, and World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. It is like a Fallout meets World of Warcraft, I'd say.
With online co-op.
Yeah. But it's a single-player game, mostly. You can just go through the entire game by yourself if you want to.
Absolutely.
But what's also cool is, like, anytime you can actually drop in.
Yeah.
Just say, like, okay, Tobin, you're playing, you're joining me right now.
Just in progress, no starting a new game, no worrying about anything else. I mean, it's very fluidly designed. So what is the kind of, what's the world like? What's the story like?
So the story is, like, the thing is, the story is actually kind of weak. For the most part, there is some vault somewhere, so that's kind of like the Fallout.
The vault?
The vault!
That sounds familiar. What other game has ever had a vault?
No, I mean, at least 13 of them. Yeah. And the thing is what's cool is like you're trying to get to the vault. So who knows? Maybe like, at the end of the game you get to see a little Pip-Boys and you go down there. It's gonna be awesome. Mutants, but so you have to find the vault and that's your whole thing. But you have to do a bunch of different quests. Yeah. So it's just like World of Warcraft, right? You're going around, you see somebody, he doesn't necessarily have a question mark over his head, but you go talk to him.
But they might as well.
Might as well, yeah. Well, the bounty boards all have question marks, which is hilarious.
True. And the cool thing about it is that just like World of Warcraft, which this just absolutely, back in the day when I first started playing World of Warcraft, this blew my mind, which was you queue up 10 quests. So it's not just like, do this, run back, do this, run back. You can just be like, I talked to 10 dudes, I got 10 different quests, now I'm going to go out and just rampage. Like I'm going to go adventure, exactly. And you're not cutting up the flow.
No.
Like all of these things you have to do. And you don't have to hunt around for them because they're pinpointed on your map.
Yeah, and the radar is actually fantastic. Yeah. Not only will it tell you, okay, you need to go to this zone, and it'll tell you the entrance to the zone, but if you have to pick up like different components, it's like, okay, component here, component here. It's a little buggy. So I have some complaints about it. Yeah. I mean, but overall, like, we'll get to that later. But overall, I mean, just like the pure adventure, it feels very much like World of Warcraft when I was first starting out. Yeah. But it's much more accessible, and it's a first-person shooter, right? I mean, you're actually going around using your gun and blowing people away, just like in Fallout, and it feels right.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about the collection elements.
Oh, no.
Which is this is kind of the Diablo 2 aspect.
Fat loot.
Which comes, the fat loot. And it's like fat loot that gets you excited. Like, you know, I've got this sniper rifle that does 110 damage. And all of a sudden somebody drops this purple sniper rifle. And
everybody starts running to it. It's just like, I see purple. Like, fuck that. Like,
and
get
it's
on my
like,
way.
and it's like 190. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm going to be popping heads like zits.
I know.
Like, and you get amped.
Yeah, because you feel it, and like one of the best things about it, like sometimes you won't have the best weapon.
Yeah.
And you'll do like a mission that's a little bit higher level, and you're like, wow, I am struggling. Like it's taking us. Remember, we ran out of ammo, all four of us, because we were doing like a mission.
The boss guy was a little bit too hard.
The boss guy and all that. And the thing is, after that boss guy, I picked up a shotgun.
Yeah.
And the guys that we were killing on the way out, I was basically going bam,
just
and they
one
just
shot.
blow up, as opposed to like bam, 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 bam. And it's just the feeling of power that you get. It reminds me so much of World of Warcraft when you get these fat loot. You're like, wow, but it happens really often. I notice.
And the way that they chain the rewards for loot, the way they chain the quests, they chain the leveling up, they chain the
pacing.
The pacing, which is the world exploration. I mean, like literally every hour or two, you enter an entirely new world.
I know.
And there's new enemies and there's new people to meet, and the people are actually interesting to me. Like I was having a good time.
You're right.
Like I actually really liked going up, and there's like a dude just sitting out. He's like, a bunch of scrags took my food. I'm starving. I'm sitting on my porch, blind with a shotgun.
And could you? Oh, by the way, could you kill this one scrag that has my leg?
Yeah, my fucking leg. So I was for the first time in quite a while, I was really feeling this thing where it's just like I would be gaming with you guys or by myself, and I'd look and it'd be 2 in the morning. I'd look, it'd be 3 in the morning. I'm like, I don't want to go to bed. There's always one more quest and one more thing to do.
And it's super addictive. Like so far, I would imagine this would get a little boring after, because even World of Warcraft, right? After some point, you're like, okay, I'm doing the same collection quest over and over again.
Sure.
They do mix it up really well. I mean, you're fighting boss characters.
Yeah.
You are collecting stuff. Sometimes you're just going, you're doing a transport quest, right? You like go here and meet this person. But it's all tied in so well. The world is so fully realized that, I can be immersed.
And unlike World of Warcraft, you're not going to play this for 7,000 hours.
No.
You are going to explore this whole world. You're going to level up and you're going to beat it. You know,
how far we got? I'm not even sure, because
I don't know. I mean, like in terms
level
of
25, I think right now.
And I'm beating the shit out of this game. I am totally fucking. I mean, we have been having such a good time. Like, I've been telling Adrian about some of the moments, because I keep having these after she goes to bed. I'm like, last night I was riding on the back of an SUV with a rocket launcher fighting a pterodactyl that shoots fireballs.
Yes.
And it's just like we're all like chatting on the headsets, and we're just like, we're just like boom, and like when you beat it, this huge dragon comes spiraling out of the sky. You can go look at its body.
We fell out over by the thing. We're like, dude, I want to see the body.
Yes.
Like screw that. And then we drove and we're like, where's the loot? It didn't drop anything, which is kind of annoying. It probably
scattered it all over the world.
Who knows? But there's a couple of issues I have with this game. So for one, what's kind of funny is like the co-op almost hurts it, because so I played a really long time by myself.
Yeah.
And then I started playing with people. I didn't want to play single player as much anymore.
Really?
It didn't have this, like, it was so much fun together that I was just like, I think I'll wait.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know if I want to continue, because here's the other problem with it. The host of the game is the person who has all the quests, and you can finish the quest with them.
Yeah.
But you want the lowest level player to do that.
Right.
So when I ended up fighting, I was playing with a bunch of different people. I played the same quest over and over again. It was still fun.
Because everybody wanted to level up. Yeah.
Exactly. But I was always the highest at some point. I was never the lowest. And like, it's still fun. It's still great, and that's made it fun. But then I started playing my own game, and I'm like, I kind of want other people around to talk to.
Yeah.
Or I killed Skagzilla.
Yeah.
But there was nobody around.
All by yourself.
It was just like,
you're like, look what we did. Anybody? Somebody? Come on. You're like, you're going to get your wife. You're like, wake up! I killed Skagzilla. She's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So, and it's not a fault of the game. It's just, it's one of those things where it's just like,
they
it
made
almost
the
takes
multiplayer so good.
It was so good. Yeah. So that was one thing, and it's actually kind of buggy. I run into a number of things where the radar for like the gun collection quest is fucked up.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. I thought they were bugged until you told me about it.
Yeah.
Because basically you have to pick up 4 pieces of the gun in in a very small area, and they'd say, "Here's a piece of gun." You'd go there wouldn't be anything there.
Right. So they basically, I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but they basically just had a dot in the center of the area, and you had to go around the whole area.
Not for the first 3 pieces. So that's the thing. I'd follow the dot. I'd be like, oh, there's a piece. I follow the dot. Oh, there's a piece. Yeah. I'd follow the dot, and it would take me back to the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's definitely, that was definitely buggy. But I mean, like, once I realized that it was buggy, I went and found the piece. Like, it didn't bother me too much. And there's this one other thing where I was seriously convinced there was a bug. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm standing on this spot. Like, I've looked around this whole area, and I finally realized above me. You could actually walk up this ramp, and there was this piece, and it was the same color as the ceiling. Like, it was basically on a platform. I was like,
glowing.
No.
Right. Oh.
So I was just like, okay, game, touche. Like I was all pissed off that there was a bug, and it, so. But I mean, did you see other bugs beside that collection?
Oh yeah, so other people were having bugs like Locke was saying that everything he killed will only have one experience point.
I heard
so
about
if
that,
you read on the forums, it is a little buggy,
right.
But the thing is, the bugs that I ran into did not take away enough from the game for me to recommend it. It was annoying, but like whatever.
Yeah.
I was okay.
And so the one counterpoint that I would say to what you were saying about the co-op is. Yeah. I'm kind of like a sniper kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
how did you do when you're by yourself?
So that's why I actually really enjoyed going back and forth, because we would go around and I would kind of use my rocket launcher, I'd use whatever, and if we're playing as a group, I would just wreck on shit like kind of fast paced. But if I'd go back to play by myself, I kind of enjoyed taking the missions where I was just like capping dudes and getting, because you can't go the sniper pace multiplayer.
It's much harder, yeah.
Because everyone just runs ahead. Like, I'm just back there, I'm like, hold on, guys, I can get this boss. And they're like, ah! Like, when you're 4 dudes, it's fast. Everyone's just rushing into the action. Yeah, and I kind of enjoyed taking it at my pace sometimes.
That's interesting, because, like, I really enjoyed it because I was playing more of a melee character.
Yeah.
I played the the siren, which is, it's like a thief. You go in, you, like, go that. And then I started playing the soldier.
Yeah.
And the soldier's awesome because you can actually drop turrets.
Yes.
And those turrets would not only give you health, but they'd also refeed you ammo.
Yeah, the turrets were badass. So it's almost
like this weird, like, medic / but you were a badass, so you could still kill a bunch of people.
And I started getting special abilities as a sniper where I would heal the group by you having me with you. Remember that? Everybody's health.
Yeah.
So, like, you actually start to get these really awesome buffs where, and it's not like you have to do anything. You're not sitting there like, heal. No. You're just standing there and everybody's health goes up.
And the awesome thing about it, you can get loot, which gives you bonuses to those skills.
Yes.
So there's one for the soldier that I was playing, I found, I'm like, oh wow, this is really expensive, but it's like plus 18% to the entire team's experience.
Oh, that's a good one.
I couldn't afford it. Then I'm like, dude, you guys got money? Because and the thing is, you can't transfer money.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I
wish
couldn't
you could
actually buy it. Yeah, so I was having them like give me their old weapons that they didn't want to sell them to actually get it, but I still couldn't get it. I was like, fuck you, I want to get you guys experience.
But I really like, for the little bugs that it has, I can't say enough good stuff about this game. Like, I had such a fun time. I mean, I know that this isn't true for you because you really, really got into Fallout 3, but I think this did Fallout better than Fallout. I really did.
But here's the thing. I think people that have played Fallout, like, all the way through, it's different. It's a pacing of the game is so much different, right?
No, yeah,
like, I wouldn't say Fallout is like World of Warcraft, where I would say this game is very much in the same vein as playing a massive multiplayer game with 3 other people.
Like actiony,
right? It's very actiony, and the other one's more like immersion and feeling. Like, you don't get the thing of like, okay, I'm in the zone, like, oh, I feel scared or I feel whatever. So it's like, it's a big party, right? Yeah. You're going around, you're kicking ass.
That's true.
And then, and that's the thing. This is probably one of the best co-op experiences I've had this year.
Yes.
Fat Princess is up there.
Yeah.
A couple other ones.
I like this better than Fat Princess.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like, this is definitely the most fun I've had playing with NooBToobers this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I mean, you got to do FPS and stuff, and like I'll play for a while, but I mean, this is one of those things where I can play for 20 hours and still be having a good time.
Absolutely. So we need to finish it, but there's so many fucking
games.
We're
totally finishing it.
Dude, there's so many games.
There are.
Like Ratchet's this week. We'll talk about them. But, I really want to go back. So big thumbs up. Buy this game.
Yes.
Right now.
Definitely buy it. And play through it with your friends. Like, and the cool thing is I noticed on the thing there's like playthrough 1. I'm on playthrough 1, so apparently they kind of encourage you to do multiple playthroughs. It might even be as badass as like the original Legend of Zelda, where the world was different on the second playthrough.
I bet you it's got to be. I'm sure they make it a little harder. Because also I think you might be able to keep all your weapons. I forget. I have to double check. But the other cool thing too, you can play split screen with one other person.
Yes.
So it's not just multiplayer. So if you don't have live or anything like that, if you have a little brother or something, like
play locally.
Locally, awesome.
How cool is that? So, I mean, this game is fantastic. Yes. Really, really good.
And dueling. Dueling is pretty
Dueling
awesome.
is really funny.
Nobody could beat me. It was awesome. Just like the best thing is about what you do is in the game, you'd be playing 4 players. Like, we'd be waiting because somebody was like, Tobin was like, buying shit or something like that. So I go up to like Locke and be like, whap!
Yeah.
I'd slap him. If he slaps me back, then all of a sudden this big thing comes around us and we can duel to the death.
And you're dueling.
Yeah.
Which is really, I mean, it's just totally random.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're just wailing on each other in the thing. And the really funny thing is whoever loses the duel, their health is still low. Like, it's not like one of these things where it resets it afterwards. You're like, shit.
You're just like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm fucked up.
Lay a turn, goddammit.
Yeah.
It was funny, too, because like sometimes we'd be doing it, and like I'd be using my melee occasionally, right? And I accidentally hit somebody, and they would hit me back, and we'd be dueling each other, and everybody else would be dying. They're like, come on, guys.
like you're saying in a real battle.
Yeah.
So there's monsters attacking. You guys are dueling.
So like me and Dragon Master were like, we're like, whoops, sorry. And you see them all like blinking dead, and we're like, okay, sorry.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the second chance.
Oh,
that blew my goddamn. This was awesome. Actually, especially. I mean, it's pretty cool in co-op because you guys can save each other the same way you can in Gears of War. I mean, that's nothing new. But single player, I have never seen anything that is so friendly like this. You go down. Enemy kills you, you're dead.
Yep.
Like your health goes to 0, but as you're dying, you're on your knees and you're breathing hard, and it says second chance.
Yes.
Like, or it basically says try and kill somebody.
Yeah.
And if you can kill any enemy,
doesn't matter what, any enemy.
If you can kill anything before you die, you get a second wind.
Yeah, and you get a fair amount of time. You get like 20 seconds probably.
Yeah. So I mean, on a big boss, you're fucked. But I mean, like, there's been several times where I just got gang fucked by like 20 dudes, and they're like, second wind. I switched to shotgun. I'm like, ah! And there's just like boom, second wind. And like, and it really makes it so it's not punishing. Like even when you die, it's really not bad. And you just start right back up.
Yeah, they put these regeneration areas, like you basically clone yourself so you can come back. But when you die, like, okay, fine, I'm about tops 1 minute walk away from the battle,
and you lose some money.
Yeah, that hurts. That's the part that really hurts. But the thing is, like, whatever. You just like, okay, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, there's got to be punishment for dying. That's fine.
Like, what was that one boss? Oh, so we were doing one boss where you had. I don't know if you remember that one where where he was in a car.
Yes.
So like we forgot to get cars, and I died like 8 times.
So all your money's gone.
I'm like, I had a lot of money. I think it might be a percentage of your money.
Yeah.
And I was losing like 8,000 a pop, and I'm like, ow. Yeah. So then at some point I said, okay, let's all get cars and then go in there.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, the fine tuning to this is the thing that I repeat over and over and over again. Take away my pain points, where it's like make it so that the challenge is the hard part. Like if I go in and kill a boss, if I die just like you're talking about, I lose all my money. I'm okay with that because I can go earn more money. But what I hate is the 10 minutes of walking. What I hate is repeating action.
Or losing experience points, for example. That would piss you off.
I wouldn't actually mind that either. It's the redoing things I've already done. That's the thing that just absolutely makes my teeth on edge. Is like everything.
That's why you don't like Demon's Souls.
Exactly. I want every minute that I'm playing a game to be new. I want it to always be a new experience.
Huh, interesting.
So anyway, this game is...
Yeah, and also when you respawn, like all of the monsters have the same health as when you died.
Yes.
So you're not even like having to redo the monsters. So it is very casual, but it's casual in such a way where it's co-op, it's just a big party. Yeah. That's what I love about it.
It's totally a big
total party game.
Yeah. Whoop. Awesome. So speaking of awesome...
Yeah, this game is not. Guitar Hero Van Halen. So this is the game, actually, I remember if you go back maybe like 10, 15 episodes, I'm like, oh yeah, Van Halen, I love Van Halen. This would be awesome. If there was another Guitar Hero game, they should make a Van Halen one.
Yeah.
They really should.
Yeah. So how was it? I'm waiting for Guitar Hero Tool still.
Yeah, Tool. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Guitar Hero, Rock Band Queen. Rock
Band Queen would be sick.
That would be awesome. Yeah. But no, so Van Halen. Okay, so here's the problem I have. Right, Guitar Hero. Their idea of making a band-based Guitar Hero game is to say, okay, well, let's take about 20 of their songs, and then also pick another 15 songs that are inspired by them.
Inspired?
Yeah.
Like covers? Or just in generally
so with Van Halen,
similar?
So, let's see, who's on there? Like, like a bunch, like, God damn it.
Talking about like totally other bands like Foo Fighters and shit?
Like Foo Fighters, like Weezer was on there, like Queen was on Van Halen. So weird. It was weird. And the thing is, I was reading up on this, and I'm like, wow, this is really odd choices. Because you think, like, maybe some Joe Satriani's, who's something guitar-related, right? But
yeah.
I didn't see very many of it, and I'm just like, wow, this is weird. And then get this, when I started playing, and I'm like, okay, this song, Jamie's crying, whatever. Yeah. Not Jamie's crying. So anyhow, there's a bunch of, like, Jump in Panama and stuff like that I'm playing. This is pretty cool. This is awesome.
Jump!
Yeah, I did my guitar kicks, and
nice.
It was good. But I'm looking at the characters on the screen, because, they have all of the Van Halen. Yeah. I'm like, I don't recognize any of them. I'm like, huh?
You know Van Halen.
I know Van Halen. I see Eddie, and I'm like...
He looks old.
He looks really old. And I look, and I'm like, is that Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth? And it's David Lee Roth, and he looks like 30.
Yeah.
But not when he was 30 with big hair. He was shaved.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, the drummer I kind of recognize.
Right.
And then I look for the bassist, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was a kid. Like a little kid.
Right.
And I'm like...
So basically it's not the Van Halen you remembered.
No, it is Van Halen today. So I did a little research. I found out... So I don't know if you guys know, Michael Anthony was the bassist. He was also a backup singer, did a lot of stuff on Van Halen. They kicked him out.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, a few years ago. And they have Wolfgang Van Halen, which is Eddie Van Halen's son.
Whoa!
Face.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's him. It's this little kid. And apparently he was also responsible for picking a lot of the other songs. So you get all this like random emo and fucking metal stuff. And I'm like, so it's just like the whole package just feels shitty.
Wrong.
It's wrong. It's just like, it's not an homage to Van Halen. It's just like a cash-in. It's like, why did they make the decision of like putting the normal people as opposed to back in the 80s with the tight pants, big hair, crazy.
The time you remember it. If you like Van Halen, you're not listening to their new music, right?
No.
You're not like, I discovered Van Halen last week and they're the shit. Like, if you like Van Halen, you liked them 20 years ago.
Yeah, or at least Sammy Hagar. Like the thing is, like, I like David Lee Roth a lot, but I listen to a lot of the Sammy Hagar stuff. None of it's on there. So it's basically when they got back with David Lee Roth, I think he just said like, okay, if we're gonna do this game,
the only thing that exists is is stuff I've done.
And there's really good songs on there, so it's just like, it just pisses me off.
I just think that with these rhythm games, we're in this weird middle ground where obviously the future is downloadable content. You're going to buy this shell, and like right now you just download songs. But eventually you could basically download a Van Halen pack, which is, hey, Van Halen with 80s skins and these songs. Like you could actually get different skins. You could basically, this is all just going to be a mix and match. You're going to get exactly what you want. You're like, I would like 1985 Van Halen. I would like this group of songs. I would like No Foo Fighters. I would,
all I want. I want the album
mix and match. You know, but now you're still getting this just like fucking game bukkake where they just throw a bunch of garbage on a disc and you buy it because you used to like the band, right?
Yeah, but it's not the way to do it, because if you're going to do it, I would at least have them do it like the Beatles was. The Beatles really did take a look at their whole history and make you feel like watching them grow up, go through every single album.
Oh, and they're chronological and everything.
Yeah, they're going to release all the albums and all that. This is just a cash-in. It's like, if you think about it, it's what Activision does, right? They milk genres. They did it with Tony Hawk, and they got that same developer, Neversoft, and they're doing it with Guitar Hero.
Awesome.
So, fuck this game.
Just ride that dirty whore till her pelvis bone snaps.
Yeah.
I don't even know. So, fuck that game and its pooper.
Yes, fuck that game.
So we've been getting a lot of requests from you guys to review Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. So
I don't know why we kind of skipped. I mean, basically.
Well, I know why we skipped it. I mean, like if you look at the last couple of weeks, we've had really big games like Uncharted 2. We've had these other things where it's like, or Borderlands, where I can either sit in my office and play a DS by myself, or I can go online with you guys and play some fucking awesome co-op.
We all know what you chose there.
I totally chose Borderlands.
And the thing is, I haven't been traveling, so that's usually when I play a lot of DS. Yes. So, and I had a big business trip. I'm like, all right, Tobin, we're gonna finally do Kingdom Hearts DS.
Bust out Kingdom Hearts.
So
let me tell you why I like Kingdom Hearts.
Why do you like Kingdom Hearts?
Back in the day, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 came out, and they were this way back in the day. I mean, they were this magical exploration of worlds where you would kind of go around and you'd meet people and you would explore these very, very detailed, intricate Disney-inspired worlds where it was just like, it was paced like an RPG, and you would go around and you would do little quests, and you'd be swimming through the ocean like Little Mermaid, or you'd be going through the kind of like Persia. Yep. You'd be doing these things, and what really caught me was just the wonder and the magic of it. Like, these things were just kind of the Square Enix take on Disney characters in a really nice kind of Final Fantasy paced RPG.
And I think they did a really good job with maintaining that sense of wonder. Yes. I mean, because you were a little kid, you were Sora, and you had this Keyblade. You were hanging out with, Goofy and Mickey and Donald and all these guys, and you're like, they did it, and they did it in such a polished, well way, right?
Yes, I mean, it touched your inner child.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I would have loved to be like just whooping up on shit with my key sword with like Mickey and Donald.
And actually really solid combat mechanics. Yes. That was the other thing I really liked about you. You'd be locking on, you'd be killing all these Heartless and all that. It's awesome. So
fast forward to what Kingdom Hearts has become, which is those two
cash cow.
But it's also cash cow / like RPG formula. Like they've kind of moved forward into like, you remember the last one?
Yeah, franchise. That's
franchise. Where it's like the last one was the one where you were building the fucking levels. Remember that? The Kingdom Hearts where you actually like you built each room as you played, and it was like these just kind of generic rooms where you just.
Wasn't the GBA the one that we played?
Because
there was there's something of Memories we played very recently, right? Which we hated. It was with the cards.
Yeah. Yes.
That one.
So that was garbage. So then this one, what they've done is they've basically taken all of the worlds that you visited in the first 1 or 2 Kingdom Hearts, put the worst, shitty fucking graphics I've ever seen, the most lazy bullshit fucking HTML level graphics on these things.
Like seriously, I'm looking at a Vermal browser.
Yes.
Right? And I was like, wow, this is 1998.
And then just churned it into a button-mashing, mission-playing formula with no wonder at all.
And a really bad camera.
Terrible camera.
And the thing is, the one thing I hate about this, they cut up all of the things in the missions. Right? So they do the tutorial, like we were talking about in the intro. They would say, okay, here's the tutorial on how to jump.
How to jump.
How to jump.
Yeah.
Right? So you'd be doing that and be like, okay, great. And then you go through about 5 minutes of cutscenes.
Yep.
Really boring cutscenes.
Why are we here? Shut up, Sora, you whiny bitch. Actually, he's not Sora now, Roxas. It's his Heartless.
Heartless, yeah, because he turned into a no one, right? Yeah. Or nobody. And there's all this stories.
He's got no heart.
It's in between 1 and 2 is where the story's set. And he's fucking emo, and it's really obnoxious. Yeah. Where do game developers come and say, like, wow, I see all these bands getting really popular, and all these kids cutting themselves?
Right.
Let's make a game that caters to them, and then Disney's saying, sure. Okay.
How many times did you click through a dialogue that was ... I was like, motherfucker, they made fun of this in Eat Lead. They made fun of this as a joke in these bullshit games, and you did it. They'd be like, Roxas, what's wrong? ... I'm like, I cannot believe I am fucking reading ... as a dialogue option.
Like 20 times!
Yeah.
In the same conversation.
So what this game comes down to is you are Roxas. You and the organization are basically supposed to collect a bunch of hearts to organize the Kingdom Heart to give you all your hearts back.
Yes, and the organization's probably shady. Probably, most likely. Yeah. There's another like Keyblade wielder who's like not quite the same. There's all this details and random.
So what they do is they line you up on missions. Every day they're like, here's a mission where you go and kill a bunch of dudes and get some hearts.
Are there 358 missions?
I think there might be 358 days and multiple missions per day.
No.
Yeah, because I got to points where there was like 4 missions per day.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, so it's just like 1,000 missions. So here's the funny thing is, like, there's already these bullshit button mashing missions that suck because you're going through a world with no magic in it that's just been copy and pasted from an earlier level, except it's not alive. Like before, you were meeting a bunch of people. No, now it's fucking empty, full of dudes that you just button mash to kill.
They're not even full of dudes. They're full of dudes when you walk to a certain area. Yeah. So you have to explore emptiness. For minutes.
Yeah.
And say, oh, there's some heartless. You kill them. You're like, now what?
But that was the battle level. So what did you think about the reconnaissance
mission? So I'm like, okay, reconnaissance. This is a different game style because all this combat was lame.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, you got to go reconnaissance. Go explore some shit. Okay, I'm walking around. I'm like, I see a door.
Yeah.
I see a little thing. It says, what is it? Examine. Examine. It's just like, this guy sells fruit. It's totally true. And then the guy that's with me is like, of course it sells fruit. I'm like, that's exactly what I would say. And then I walk to the next guy. This guy might sell weapons.
Yeah. And then he's just like, of course he does, shithead. So it's forcing me to do dumb shit I wouldn't do. Yeah, exactly. It's just like the guy is saying dumb shit you wouldn't say, and then people are insulting you for it. So it's just like, and that's like a common theme throughout this game is everybody treats you like shit.
Yeah.
They're like, you numbnuts, you probably couldn't fucking hit that Keyblade with your dick if you had like if you tried. And then you're just like, ...
And then you go kill some shit. They're like, yeah, I guess so.
Nice job, retard. It's just like, good. My fucking grandma could have done that faster. Let's go back to base.
Return to castle. Yeah, exactly.
There's no fun. There's no joy. There's no
magic.
No magic
come on,
at all.
Disney equals magic. When I play anything with that's where I want to be transported to another world. I don't want to be this teenage angsty bullshit thing. Like, what? How is that fun?
No. And that was the fun thing about the original Kingdom Hearts is you were there with your friends, and Mickey and Donald were there to help you, and like you had their back, and you go around and you meet people, your friends, and the whole thing was just this very kind of like friendly, inspirational, building yourself up from nothing, saving the world from the bad guys.
Like you're a little kid, and you're like the whole world is open, and basically this game is you are 15, you have fucking acne, no girls will talk to you,
and you're gonna grind while people insult you.
Yeah.
That's the worst game idea I've ever fucking heard.
So, I think this game is... So
I have a big thumbs down for this game.
Two thumbs.
Fuck it.
2 thumbs down.
God damn it. Make a good... If you make Kingdom Hearts 3 a shitty game, I swear to God, I'm going to track you down, shove a Keyblade up your ass.
And for what it's worth, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the PSP looks really good.
It's better.
I mean, it feels like I'm excited. The world, and maybe it just boils down to what the DS can do versus what the PSP can do.
It could be,
but I think there's some choices that they made. Whoever this company, because it's not Square Enix, it's some.
But I mean, we played Birth by Sleep, and there was a lot of combat. And if the whole thing is just basically you walking through rooms with monsters that you're button mashing combat on, I'm still going to give that a thumbs down too. Like,
wasn't Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2?
I mean, there was exploration. I mean, like, it wasn't just kind of like room mission. Like, you'd go back and you'd have to fight bosses. And
Birth by Sleep was like one long room and then a big room. Yeah, you're right. So they
need to make it into real living worlds as opposed to they need to make it like the Kingdom Hearts on the Wii. Like, that actually felt like
what was the Kingdom Hearts on the Wii?
The one with them Or no, that was Final Fantasy.
Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah, that was Final Fantasy. That wasn't Kingdom Hearts. So,
no, that's coming out in December. So.
That looks really good. So Square Enix still knows how to do a story apparently, but they just don't do it very often because they know the mechanics. That those of you that are like hyper anal nerds will probably go through Kingdom Hearts and you'll think it's nice because you just want the kind of grind number mechanic whatever, but we want the magic.
Yeah, there's no magic. There's some interesting stuff they're doing with panels. So what you do is you pick up these various things of like flame and spells and different weapons, and you can just put them and you put more in there. So I can definitely see the combat getting a little slightly more interesting, but the controls were so... Because, I mean, really, you're navigating a 3D world with the cross stick, so like you're going, and I keep on having to hit the camera. It's just...
how'd you like having painful. To pick items and stuff by hitting X to scroll through a menu, then printing A to select something? So it's like, seriously, you're in the middle of a battle, real-time combat, not turn-based.
Yeah.
And somebody's running at you, hit XX to go to magic, hit A to open the magic, then hit A to select fire. And then it casts one fireball.
If you're locked on, they would just go out to the other thing. So,
So last one up is Forza Motorsport 3.
So this is a driving game without guns. So
don't give a shit.
Tobin didn't play.
But you like the Forza games.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I like them, but the thing is I'm not a simulation driving fan, so obviously take that with a grain of salt. If I say Gran Turismo isn't very good because I didn't like it, whatever, right?
No guns.
No guns.
Don't give a shit.
He's going to say no guns, I'm going to say like maybe boring. But the thing about Forza, what I really like is that they bring a different game to the table.
Okay.
They change. They basically come into the thing and say, like, okay, we're going to do something a little different. So I got to give them a little credit for that.
Yeah.
And they did some very interesting stuff.
Naked bitches?
No naked bitches, fortunately.
Well, what the hell? Say something interesting.
Okay, so... So number one, they did some very interesting stuff with difficulty. So I don't know if you'll like this or not, but one of the things that annoys me a lot is the fact that sometimes driving games are too realistic.
Yeah.
And what I really want is something that teaches me how to get it. Remember I was telling you where like they would actually show the driving line?
Yeah, the guidelines, yeah.
So they do that now too, but they do it on such a degree where they have easy or very, like easy is the mode. You can turn on auto braking.
Oh.
Auto, accelerating, different, basically, they control everything.
You just drive the car for you.
You basically maybe press gas.
Yeah.
Is probably
you're looking out the window as the car drives.
You're actually the passenger seat.
Like, Forza's awesome.
But that's the thing. It's just like, that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, it's just like, okay, let's make this crazy-ass driving, or take Flight Simulator, and let's make it so that your grandma can play and probably
Right, you can run the slider back and forth. You're like, I am hardcore, I am casual, I'm in between.
And that was really interesting, which I like, the fact they did that. And then they did a lot of the stuff where, all the tuning.
Yeah.
And like we played Borderlands, right? You get all these weapons, you're like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to have a new gun that, shoots missiles. I have a sniper rifle that shoots missiles.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Forza does the same thing, except like, oh, you get new shocks that do 0.1 to your stability. I don't know about you, but that does not excite me at all.
Oh, that totally excites me. That sounds right up my alley.
Or, you can start tuning your suspension so that you can increase your handling.
No, but the thing is while I make fun of this, I know people even in real life that like hack the computers in their cars. They go to the racetracks on the weekends. I mean, like, I'm not going to diss it. Cars are fun. I like my Mustang. Like, people have nice cars. People like to drive. People like to fine-tune cars and paint cars. And you guys have actually sent us some really cool repainted NooBTooB cars from games you've been playing. So, it's cool if you're into that. I'm just not.
Yeah, and so like, it definitely goes to that. I really like what they do, and the thing is fucking gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm playing the game, and like, I don't like driving games that much, and I'm just watching the scenery. I'm kind of going slow. I'm not winning. I'm like 6th place. I'm like, wow, dude, look at that cow. That looks really good. Kind of like Uncharted, we were wandering around. So it looks really good, and like, dude, like, I saw the best setup for Forza.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can buy 3 copies of Forza.
Okay.
Get 3 360s. Hook them all up to monitors, so basically you have the panoramic. Tie them all together with System Link.
Play by yourself?
By yourself. with a wheel. So they did that with also Forza 2, but I saw the Forza 3 at TGS. They actually got a car on hydraulics and hooked that up.
Well, no, we played the video of that. That was in our video last week. So if you guys saw that with I did not realize it. I thought this was like special hardware. What you guys saw, go back and look at the TGS Game Floor show.
Yeah.
Like the video that we played last week. Holy shit! I didn't realize that was 3 360s. So just go spend $600 on 3 360s.
That's all you really need. So it's really cool. So I think it's really neat. I'm probably not going to keep on playing. I rented it. So but I think if you are a driving fan, check it out.
Okay.
So cool.
I did not. So that's the games we've been playing. So next week, new releases, Ratchet and Clank, Future Cracking Time, and that's it. There's nothing else
there's more.
coming.
No.
Oh, shut up.
So you've already been playing this, right?
Yeah.
So you've been playing. I've been on a business trip. I finally got back, and it's on my desk. I'm going to play it tonight.
Yes. So I've been playing this. I'm not going to say too much because basically it's much kind of deeper and bigger than the previous Ratchet.
Yeah.
So I haven't yet found I forget what they called it in the other Ratchets that I loved. It was the Battleground. It was the arenas.
Yeah.
They took that out.
They took it out of the other one,
yes.
Tools of Destruction. So.
Yes. So we'll see. We will give it a full review next week. Ratchet and Clank. All I can say so far is that it's fucking gorgeous and the Earth exploration is fun. It's kind of like Mario Galaxy.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right.
Don't talk about Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Mario Galaxy.
Whatever. I got 59 stars. Dude, I'm at level 26 of Uncharted.
Ooh,
I'm close.
That's like
that's
the end. Yeah.
So basically, I was like, I'm gonna finish this time. Fuck Tobin. Fuck all the NooBToobers. Right? No, just kidding. But I was like playing. No, I'm playing and I'm
just kidding about fuck you guys. He totally says fuck Tobin all the time.
But yeah, I was playing and I'm just like, 3:30, and I'm like, chapter 26, and I'm like. No, I want to appreciate the ending, so I'm going to do it this weekend sometime.
Nice.
So there's that. Ratchet and Clank. Oh, the next one is DJ Hero.
Yes.
So I'm probably not going to buy this.
It's $100.
Over $100, dude.
Is it?
I think it's like 140 or some bullshit like that. So, but
you gotta buy the wicked one.
Yeah, you can buy like this amazing professional one for $200.
Really?
Yeah. So, but I did get some time to play it. I'm going to try to play a little bit more at Best Buy, and then we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, cool. And then next up is Torchlight. This one's really, really interesting. So we actually chatted with these guys a little bit. They were anxious for us to take a look at their game. These guys had left Blizzard.
Yes, they were some of the original designers on Diablo 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So you definitely have good pedigree. But some of them also were working on Hellgate London, which wasn't very good. But they were also working on that Mythic, which was the kind of like the weird test base. And they were going to release it. It was more like Diablo.
Oh, yeah,
and everybody loved it. I never actually got a chance to try it. So they took the Mythic code base and couldn't use it, unfortunately, because I guess they left the company and they sold all assets. But they restarted everything from scratch. So now Torchlight is the idea of Mythic, but for release. And it's basically the idea behind it, from what I've read about it, is that they're trying to sell it for $20 so they can do that, but they're actually doing it so that they can release the MMO based off of it.
Oh,
MMO
nice.
like Diablo.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited. I'm really interested. Hopefully they get it to us this weekend so we can try it to review next week.
So for sure. I mean, like what we've seen in the screenshots of it is it's kind of like a cartoony Diablo 3, honestly. And it looks really nice. Looks really good. So we're gonna try and get a copy of that from them.
Yes.
Review it next week. And then the last one up
is more of a warning.
More of a warning than anything else. So people are anyway, I don't think anybody's excited about it. But the point is, there's a game called Fairytale Fights. Who's it from?
Who is it from? I don't.
It was from somebody. They'd done something else that was like halfway impressive. Fuck, really? I forget what it was.
So I remember. I think
point is, there's a game out there called Fairytale Fights.
And avoid it like the plague.
Ooh, it's ass.
Oh, it's so bad. We played a little bit of it at PAX.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to go after the Fat Princess style, so it's very cartoony.
And the night one,
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers.
It's kind of like that. Because I think it's only 2 players though. But you're basically going through all these different fairy tales. But the controls are shitty. A lot of stuff is shitty. Avoid it. If they fixed it since what we saw, which I doubt, let us know.
Right. And then the last one we didn't mention that's a new release actually is also the Lost Ones. Or did we said Lost Ones last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So, that's coming next week.
That's coming next week. We're trying to play as many games as possible. Every week you guys will comment on YouTube to like, where's this? Where's Borderlands? Where's that? It's like, we're trying. We're playing. We're chewing through as many games as we can. This week is going to be this week is going to be a big Ratchet week. We've got Lost Ones coming up.
Dragon Age is coming out next week.
Dragon Age is coming out.
I'm fucked, dude. I'm so fucked.
So we're playing as many games as we can, and we appreciate all the feedback from you guys on what you find important, because there's actually been several games that we didn't want to play or we didn't really intend on playing.
I want to play Missionarium. Everybody's been talking about the demo of that. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be on the list too.
So we do read all your comments on YouTube, and if you say, like, where's this game? Why didn't you do this game? We'll either tell you it's coming soon, or we'll consider looking into it if enough of you guys are interested in a game that we've skipped on.
Yeah, and a lot of comments about Halo ODST. We'll try to get to it sometime next couple of weeks. Maybe. So we'll see.
That's it. So that's the new releases. Lots of shit going down.
All right. Donation, thank you very much to a couple of great, awesome NooBToobers.
Yes. There's Darthania and Jonathan.
Jonathan, thank you very much.
So these guys donated this week. Like we say before, we always really appreciate it. Anytime you guys give us any donations, we use them towards web hosting. We use them towards the games that we buy. We use them towards everything.
We can use it for the games we buy. Like, how many games have you bought in the past?
It's been ugly. We've got our bank account almost down to zero. Like, basically, this last couple weeks. And what's going to happen is we're going to do giveaways for the games that we've been buying, and we'll give them back to you guys.
Yeah, we gave away at least like 10 or 12 games at PAX.
Yeah, that's right.
All the review copies that we got. So. Yep. Cool. And also we have the Shoop-a-da-doop number 76. Thank you very much, Woogie Monster, for putting this together every week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we have a winner of last week.
We do. It was Uncle Tobin. Uncle Tobin wants you. Yeah.
I want you.
Well, they can't see it anyway.
Oh, they can't.
Because right now there's Shoops happening on the screen. I got my clothes off. I'm beating the shit out of Yuzo. I'm turning into a unicorn. You guys can't see any of this shit. Ha ha.
Okay.
So anyway, so that's the Shoops. Uncle Tobin, I kind of dug that. I've always wanted to be the Uncle Sam guy. Yes. Being like, Uncle Sam, Tobin wants you to be not so fucking stupid all the time.
No, you want you to join you to the NooBTooB army.
Well, that's what this poster. In my mind, I'm kind of warning people.
You dumb?
Yeah, exactly. Warning trolls on YouTube that I'm going to come to your house and beat up your mom. But this one was, come join the NooBTooB army. This is a photoshopped, more friendly version of Tobin.
Yes. Thank you very much.
But we do love when you guys join the NooBTooB army. We got featured last week.
I know.
And we got a shitload more subscribers. We got a bunch of people coming to the forums.
I think, are we 19,000 yet?
Yes, we passed 19,000.
Woo! So hopefully we will hit 20,000 this year, but let's see if we can do 21. That's what I want to see.
Our main goal though is to bust 20,000 this year. Like, no doubt, 20,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That would be awesome.
So
each week we like to feature NooBTooB army on the show. If you have a burning question, funny story, or whatever, please call in.
Yes, and you can contact us toll free at 888-233-8480, or send your files, audio or video, to feedback@noobtoob.com. Also, be sure to post them as video responses on YouTube. We love that.
Yes, and please keep all the videos under 1 minute if you want to be featured on the show.
And don't mumble your name, and don't forget the yow.
Yow.
So first up, we have Unknown. He didn't say his name, but he has some comments about Brutal Legend.
Oh, you read that last week?
Hey guys, little comment about the Brutal Legend review. I feel you on it. I think there's going to be tons of comments and posts saying, "Oh, this is a great game. The action's amazing. It's funny all the way through. What the fuck are you guys smoking?" And I agree with you though. Me and my friends grew up. We all had PlayStation 2s. We all loved Psychonauts. We're like, "Fuck yeah, another game from Tim Schafer." We're all in college now. We're playing this game, and they're like, "Yeah, I love it. You know, it's great." And so I borrowed it from one of my friends, and I'm playing, and I get past that 2 hours. And I'm in the RTS now, and I'm like, I don't wanna go do these side missions that are so repetitive to do this main RTS thing, and it's not funny. It's just a lame RTS. And I know you guys are gonna get hate for it. I'm just saying I understand where you're coming from, and I'm thoroughly disappointed. Yow.
Wow, thank you, Unknown.
Yeah,
that definitely makes it feel better because we've been getting some massive hate on YouTube, man.
We did. I gotta say though, like, as opposed to when we shot on GTA 4, a lot of people, a lot of the hate we got was more of just disagreement. Like, hey, you guys are wrong. I really enjoyed the game, as opposed to when we didn't like when we didn't like things like Heavenly Sword or Assassin's Creed or something. People were like, stupid assholes. You guys don't know shit. It's because you guys aren't good at it. You guys would like it if you're good at it.
We got a couple of those for Brutal Legend.
We did.
But you're right. It was nowhere near the sheer ferocity of hate that we got.
And the thing is, if you played the game and you loved it, we think you're right. Like, we're not here to say anybody's wrong. Like, we said we didn't like it, and that's what our show's about. We're like, we played the game. Here's what we think. If you guys love it. Like a lot of the problem with gaming these days is a lot of people are just like, this game sucks, and if you like it, you're an idiot. We're like, this game sucks, and if you like it, good for you.
Yes, and if if you like the games that we kind of like sometimes, you might want to avoid it.
Yeah.
But rent it anyways. Just give it a try.
Yeah, give it a shot if you want. But we did not like it, and he nails exactly why. It's just like 2 hours of fun and then a big dump on my face.
Yeah, and it's also the demo is very misleading considering what you got. If the game was like the demo all the way through, we would have a totally different story.
I would have known I wasn't going to like it. Oh wait, you're saying if it was like the
demo all the way through, it'd be like it would have been exactly what we were looking for.
Yes. Yeah, the demo was the shit.
I know. So hopefully, he learns from it. I'm hoping Tim Schafer just takes from it, just like, look, I should be involved more in the script a little more. I shouldn't try to take a concept and wrap something around it. I should make it from beginning to end the best game that I think it could be. Because I think that's what he did with Psychonauts. I think that's what he did with these other ones. I think this game got too big. I think there's just too many people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I bet you it's probably the team size was like 2 or 3 times what he's used to.
It could be. And I mean, not only that, but I think that he's just kind of scared that adventure gaming is dying, so he's just like, what can I do? Like he really...
That's true, I know,
but... You look at it, it's like, what's he going to do? Go work on, like, fucking episodic games like all adventure games have become?
Yes! Then we'll play it and we'll enjoy it. Dude, Grim Fandango episodic. Tell me you wouldn't buy that.
I'd buy it, but it's not like we'd be super excited. You know what I mean? Like, it would still just kind of be point and clicky, like... I would like him to do another Psychonauts, but nobody bought that, right? Like, because that was more adventure, more action. It wasn't.
I don't want him. If being part of the industry and being part of like a big success means games like Brutal Legend, I don't want him to do that.
No, I agree.
I want him to make games that speak to us as gamers.
But at the end of the day, he also has to eat.
He could still eat. The people.
Nobody bought Psychonauts. Fucking nobody bought Psychonauts. I'm surprised Tim Schafer wasn't living under a bridge after. I bought like 7 copies to try and feed him. I sent him PayPal donations. Like, Tim Schafer,
I bought shirts and just like,
But
like, no, there's a happy medium because think about it, right? We have Xbox Live, Arcade, we have PSN, we have Steam, we have all these different ways where now he doesn't
can do quirky little games that just kind of show his spirit, like just go off and do some cool shit like
stuff
that.
Like Lost Winds, stuff like all this other stuff. He doesn't have to, and he can come out with them more often, dude. Think about that.
I'm down with that. So It still pains me every time we talk about it. Like I feel like I'm
betraying.
I feel like I'm talking bad about like a best friend of mine.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should review Psychonauts again.
We should for like a retro game. We're just like
in December again. I mean, we did it
just
go
back. Fucking re-review Psychonauts and just get all of you guys to go out and buy like Psychonauts and Grim Fandango, Monkey Island, all these.
Yeah, we'll do that maybe in January. We'll see.
Yeah. So next up, we asked everybody to send us commentary on what it's like to game in other parts of the world. We said especially places that are non-Western would be wonderful. Mm-hmm. So we got a call from Mohammed. Here we go.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Mohammed Hussein from Middle East, from UAE, United Arab Emirates, from Dubai City. Search about it in Google if you don't know where it is. I'm a big fan of the show, guys. Since your GTA 4 review, I'm watching your show every week, and it is awesome. And about gaming prices here, the gaming price, thank God, is almost same as you guys got, like $60. Sometimes some market you find it like $65, $70, but it's almost at $60, like that. And about gaming releases here, we have no releasing rule here, so people here just, they ship the game, they release it like 5 days sometimes before it is released in US or Europe. And we play the game while you're waiting, guys. And about run system here, we have no run system, and that suck. But that's it. This is it. Yo.
Damn.
Was the last thing you said there's no rental system? Is that what you said?
I didn't catch
that. But so the thing is like Yuz and I cannot find for our to save our lives a store that's even open on midnight the day that a game comes out. You have to wait. We have to be like, we would love to be playing the game right now. We'd love to pay Steam and download it and play it at midnight. No, fucking Best Buy's closed. Not Game Crazy. EB Games is closed. Whatever they're called now. GameStop. So. Meanwhile, he's getting that shit like 5 days before. Stuff just comes in and he just gets it whenever.
Do you think they get the games the same time as Europe and US, or do they get this, the fucked up like Australia schedule where it's like 3 or 4 months later?
I don't know. He made it sound like he's playing games while we're like talking about playing games. So I don't know.
That's kind of annoying.
It is annoying.
Wait, is Dubai the place where the crazy place where like there's like huge skyscrapers and like indoor? Man!
Yeah, they get everything.
Dude,
they're basically building like ski slopes in the desert.
Indoor, yeah. So basically he's like probably in this high rise like, haha, I'm playing Assassin's Creed 2 right now.
Yeah, that's right. He's sitting on the backs of like 2 hot women.
I know.
Damn you and your oil.
Can we come over?
Yeah, can we come over? Can we come to your house and play your games, please?
But that's awesome. I would actually like to hear, like, some other areas, I would love to hear South America, Africa. Which would be awesome. And also Eastern Europe. I'm really curious what, like, Czechoslovakia and, like, that whole area.
Please.
If we have any...
And while we very much appreciate the call-ins that are audio... If you guys could just go take your cell phone, go just take if you have just a digital ELF, a Canon ELF for like $100, these cameras all take video. Like, go to your video store, just kind of, we really want to see what gaming looks like in other countries. Yeah. Like, if you can send in videos, we'd really appreciate it. Like
arcades, game stores, anything that's different, obviously.
LAN parties. LAN parties.
Yeah. And, that kind of cultural stuff.
And internet cafes.
Yes, absolutely.
So send in all that stuff. We want the kind of gaming culture that you guys have going on wherever you live.
Do you want to like have some guy from Korea like showing like these pictures of these emaciated people playing smoking, playing
exactly.
World of Warcraft? He's like, I'm about to die.
Not even playing that. They're playing like fucking StarCraft.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like they're playing 10-year-old games. They have every click memorized.
I think there was like a documentary or something about StarCraft. Did you ever see that?
No.
So like I don't know if it was a documentary or something, but I was watching some TV show and like they showed the camps. They have StarCraft camps where they will recruit
you send
people.
Your kid to? Or
No. It's just like teams, right? And they all go. They all sleep in bunks. Like like a bunch of people together.
Fight Club.
They wake up, go to a thing, and then play.
Who's paying for all this shit?
Well, I think they pick them, right? Based off, and they basically form teams, and then they play professionally.
And they make money off that.
But it's huge. I mean, the stars obviously make a bunch, but apparently there's these huge like mills of Korean game player.
That is so weird.
I gotta find the name of it because it was so
fascinating. Talk about sucking the joy out of something you love. Like that just seems awful to me. Like it's like taking it's like saying you got to go fuck for like 16 hours a day. Like. Go have sex with that woman for 16 hours a day. You're like, I get paid to have sex all day. You're like, God damn, like I need a nap.
I'm sore.
I'm all chafed. Just want a sandwich and a nap.
Well, it's kind of like being a gynecologist, right?
Yes,
like after looking at pussy like all day long, like, do you seriously? Do you want? I don't know.
No, I agree with you completely. Korean StarCraft camps are just like being a gynecologist. Welcome to NooBTooB Analogy Theater.
It's like we need NooBTooB SATs.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Gynecologist is to... I got a 1600 on the NooBTooB SAT.
Woo!
I said gun. So next up is Hat Trick with a question about the DSi.
Nice.
Hey, NooBTooB. It's Hat Trick in the forums. Want to know if you guys have heard about the new Nintendo DSi XL. Be coming out in Japan on November 21st this year, and Europe and North America in Q1 of 2010. 4.2-inch screen, the big thing that it's going to be having a little better battery life, and there's a lot of information about it. I want to know what you guys think. Is this the time you're going to finally upgrade to the DSi, or what? Let me know. Yow.
I'm really glad I didn't get the DSi, dude. I'm so glad.
You excited about this?
I mean, if I'm going to upgrade, I'll upgrade eventually. But I'm not going to upgrade for it. But if
this is like the equivalent of the gaming equivalent of large print books. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a nicer screen and battery life's better. Battery life is actually a concern for me because I've been running out.
But they're not increasing the resolution. So you're basically
they're not increasing the resolution of the existing games. But I think they will take advantage of hopefully.
Maybe. But I mean, seriously, this seems to me like they shipped this for a bunch of old people to play brain trainers on a bigger screen.
Actually, I think you're right. I remember reading somewhere about this article saying like they are trying to capture the adult market.
And they've already got a bunch of it, so they're just like, hey, Grandma, guess what? Like, having a hard time reading the brain trainers? Beep.
But if it's like, $10 difference and you had to upgrade, of course you'd get it, right?
Probably. I mean, I couldn't stick it in my back pocket anymore if you double the size of it.
It's
big. The screen's like twice the size.
Wait, 4.2 inches. That's like...
It's pretty big. Like, I think
serious?
that I think the existing one's like 3.1 or something.
So okay. I thought it was just slightly bigger. I haven't actually looked at the pictures.
I don't know. I mean, I have to get it in my hands, but the point is, from the pictures that I've seen, it kind of looks like a dinner plate. Like, it's definitely
so you go like
bigger.
this,
yeah. Like, my wrists are tired. Can I rest this on your shoulder while I play?
Okay, hold on.
On the Japanese train, like, you just rest on someone's face, while you're playing.
Excuse me.
No, I mean, it's cool, but bigger screen, whatever.
No,
the point
if it doesn't fit in my pocket, fuck it.
Like, you're taking the same games and just like, like you look at Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2, and it already looks like ass. Now you just like Now ass with bigger pixels.
That's it, man. Kingdom Hearts 58, ass with bigger pixels.
Ass with bigger pixels is like J-Lo times 2.
That's
what?
Right.
So, I mean, like, it's cool. Like, yeah. If I was gonna buy a new DS, I might get it. But I'd like to have it in my hands first because it might be too big.
I think we'll definitely like see it in the game shops. We'll check it out. So we'll probably review it when it comes out. So
yeah, I mean, like the Kindle DX came out, and I wasn't all that excited about it because the thing is, I was looking at it like, fuck, it's cool that it's nice and big, but I was reading the reviews on Amazon, and people are like, shit, my wrists got tired. I'm sitting there trying to read a book in bed, and it's just so big.
Really? Because I have the DX, and I love it because it is so easy to...
Oh, you've got the big one?
No, the Kindle.
Oh,
so I love the fact that I can do that, and I want the DX because I can do the PDFs, but like... If it's like
you got to get your hands on these things before you can make your decisions about this stuff. So So last up is Suffer 84.
I think. You tell us.
To us, it sounds like Suffer 84, but if you mumble, we name you whatever we want.
Hey, NooBTooB, this is Suffer 84 from the forums. I just got back from watching a movie, and during those trailers, I saw that they were making a movie based off of Avatar, the game. Well, I never played the game, but I know that games based off of movies are bad, so I thought, why won't the movie suck too? But I'll give it a shot. So what do you think? Yo!
So is he asking if the movie, James Cameron Avatar,
is based
off
on
the
video game?
I think it's the other way around.
Did you think that the X-Men movie was based on the X-Men game? I'm just kind of curious.
I hope we're misinterpreting you because I think that's...
It sounds like he's asking if the movie's going to be good because it's based on the game, which is honestly one of the risks that these companies come out with when they start pimping it. I mean, like they were pimping that Avatar game at TGS.
A long time.
The movie's not even out yet, so people start thinking...
Too,
it was at PAX. It's just like, movie came first.
Yeah, I think it's Avatar the movie : the game. Maybe.
The movie, original series.
I mean, they do that with paper. Have you seen that with paperback books, right? They'll have like Harry Potter the movie, the novelization. And I'm like, really?
Dude, you know how angry I am? I lost my Lord of the Rings novels when I moved, and I rebought them, and the only ones you can buy in the store now have pictures from the movie on them.
But they didn't like cut out all of the Tom.
They didn't, but right? I still feel like a shithead, right? Like you don't want to have a novel like J.R. Tolkien's the fucking Lord of the Rings, and it's just like a movie star on the front.
Yeah, you see like Ian
McKellen on the front. Like, damn it! I read that book when I was like 8.
You got to go to used bookstore, man.
Yeah,
you got to do it. Actually, get a Kindle, and then you don't have to worry about things.
True. So that's it. Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, so
Avatar. The movie's first.
Do you think the Avatar the game's going to be, or do you think either of them going to be any good? Actually,
I don't give a shit because the movie looks terrible.
The movie looks really bad.
So I don't care about the game.
We saw the game a little bit, and I looked at it. It looks very much like a Gears of War clone for the most part.
Really?
And it didn't look interesting. I mean, seriously, it was like boring looking.
If there's nothing else out that week, maybe we'll rent it.
Maybe. We'll see.
So, but there's so much other good stuff coming out, man. Like, we are pumped about what's coming out in the next couple weeks, so we don't need Avatar.
Dragon Age we got coming out, Assassin's Creed, Bayonetta. Modern Warfare 2, Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Dude, 4040 and oh shit, I gotta give you my copy of Famitsu because we gotta talk about that shit.
Yes.
But yeah, Bayonetta, dude.
Lots and lots of good stuff coming out. This is a good time to be a gamer, folks. Get pumped and get a second job.
That's right. Or quit your job and then start up again next month.
Sure, why not? Live at home.
Right, that's our
go for it.
All right, that's our show for the week. If you have, check out our website at NooBTooB.com and click on the community tab at the top of the page.
Hell yeah, and if you're watching this video on YouTube, subscription button right over there, and also rate this video with 5 stars if you're clicking right over here, right there. Thanks all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozai.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range. A taste of the South. Strunk.
Dirty South.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Rope!
Yeah.